the way to the max.
We
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
Ay.
This shit slap, this shit black.
shit
Tell the
black, yeah.
DJ, won't you bring that back?
Bring
Turn
that
this
back.
motherfucker up, had the whole club spank.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Monty.
I actually want to ask a relationship question, right?
Okay.
It's more so a relationship podcast. So do you guys think there is a such thing as like too much honesty in a relationship? Because we always say, oh, we want to be honest and trustworthy and all this other stuff. But do you think you can be too honest? Is there such
No one's ever fully honest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It totally depends on the type of people you are. For instance, if you know the person you're dating is someone who gets really jealous really easily and they randomly ask you like, so like, what's your body count? Or have you been with this person? That's one of those times to be like, don't worry about it.
Question.
Or no, I haven't seen that
Don't
person.
ask
Like,
me.
like, yeah, exactly. That's one of those times where like you can, you don't have to be honest.
I don't know mine.
I have a question about that. So why are you already deep in a relationship with somebody before either of you know each other's body count?
Why are you already deep in a relationship?
Like, you think they should know that before that?
Well, I just mean like if you're saying if you're with somebody and you know that they're jealous, you've been with them for a while to know that they're jealous. So why are you with that person if neither of you for that
Well, no,
long?
sometimes it literally just randomly comes up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm just saying. For a relationship,
But no man,
for relationship,
woman
why are you with somebody for that long without knowing their
Men are
body
never
count?
honest on their count because most by the time they're 25 don't even fucking probably lost count.
Yeah,
Most.
I mean, I'm somebody who like just, I don't think that
What?
telling my partner the body count or who I've been with matters.
I don't think it matters who you. I don't think it matters who you've been with before that person because it's
For
only,
a woman it matters though, and I'm gonna tell you why.
It doesn't.
It
doesn't matter.
No, and not because of this double standard thing.
Okay, that's
It's
what I'm
'cause how
saying.
society. No, because you gotta look like this. A woman who's had, let's say, 50 or so partners by the time she's 21.
Damn.
You know, like the value of how she values herself is not going to be as high as someone who's only probably been with one person by the time she's 21.
Why are you judging? Why are you judging
It's
that
not
woman?
judging. It's just value how
it is.
how men gonna look at.
No, see, that's what he just
And
said.
also,
He said it's
a
not
DNA
judging;
study,
it's
too.
how men are going to look at her. That's
No,
judging.
It's actually a study too. Look, I remember this is reason
No,
I do
no,
this
no, no,
podcast
no.
stuff. Like
That's
this is reason I
judging.
do this basic stuff. I did this since biology class. There is when women sleep with men, the more body count she has, the more male DNA that goes into her body, hit her brain. That's why if you notice women who have a lot
What
of
if she's using
partners,
a condom?
it's not about that. It's not about the
What?
condom and stuff. You still the energy. If you notice, women have a lot of partners are usually more aggressively sexual as to a woman who may only been with who's 25, only been with 4 guys.
I call bullshit. Listen, I'm
like listening like
I'm a 40. I call 100% bullshit. I don't know how old you are. I'm a 45-year-old woman, and whatever study he's taking is
JT.
so wrong.
I mean, JT.
It's the wrongest study. Where did you where he got that from the fucking study of Sesame Street? Okay, because only a
I've been studying that
child.
stuff for years.
That was cold.
No,
This is proven fact. I mean, I
No,
don't
Jay.
have to give you a encyclopedia resource.
yes,
You know,
there is energy
You definitely can give
transmitted.
some sources.
But there's no way that just because a woman has had more sexual partners, she's more sexually aggressive. She's not. He just knows what she wants and she's able to communicate it. And because men don't fathom communication the way women do, men say when women communicate, they're being aggressive, just like his body language is shifting and fidgeting because I'm aggressive, because I'm communicating.
That's a point. That's a point.
Yeah, he ain't saying nothing now.
no, I'm letting her finish. Because
I'm done.
I could go with this. I
I'm
could
done.
go with this. Like, you know, but I get it. Women get sensitive. You say shit like this, but
I'm not
true.
sensitive. I just told
I'm
you
not
that
saying
was
it's you. I'm just saying
bullshit.
women in general. I'm not saying
No,
you.
women, and she did not get sensitive either.
I'm not in general. Not
There's two women
Don't make
here.
that- okay, so what?
And
So
that-
this is-
they don't love- that's my thing, bro.
But there's two women here. So in general, the two women are saying no.
Yeah, I think there's a double standard just when it comes to women and men, like with women in sex, period. But as far as the body count thing is concerned, I do personally, like, even though that gets touchy, I believe in the whole like soul tie thing. So I believe that like when someone has sex with 10 people, you have sex with this person, you're having sex with like all these. That's the only reason I like to know the body count, not to judge the guy I'm with, but to more so know like, okay, like what am I kind of?
And it's also gonna be the time period when he did it too, because a guy could have been very, very sexual in his 20s or whatever, and then maybe like at 32, from like 35, he's only been with a few partners. You know, that's a big difference. He detoxed those other bodies over the years and things like that.
Yeah, guys.
I mean, that happens, but it's you know, men have been taught to just chase ass so much in society that, you know, it's rare, and this is what I want to teach my son about respecting the woman and not trying to chase the ass. But men, especially even men who don't even, especially men who don't got their fathers in their lives, but even ones that do, who the fathers are pieces of shit, everything's about chasing the ass, get as much pussy as you can. That's what makes you look good. Yeah. That's what makes you look cool. Like how fine a woman you is, which is good, actually kind of what the episode is about. You know, you want to be the first lady, you know, or you want to be just that trophy, that show off or whatever, which could line to both. But it's like, that's what men been taught. So it's like if a man hasn't been taught any better, and even if he did get taught proper values, if he's influenced by the streets is all about chasing the ass. He's going to be more influenced by the streets. Now you might get some men who might got morals and values and know how to stand on their own and not be loud outside influences, people who don't care to be accepted by society, and then they may just be like, all right, I'm not about that, I'm about my one woman. You get them guys like that, but guys who care about society and maybe acceptance and looking cool and shit like that, it's always having sex because that's what looks cool. Women respect men that, in general, not all women, that have a lot of girls and things like that. Like, but men respect other men who, he got bitches. That's what it's about. It's about you fucked that many joints. Oh, dang. All right, cool. Even a girl may look at a guy and be like, you would have been with three women? I don't know. You ain't experienced enough for me. But if a girl knows you've been with about 30, she be like, oh, so you experienced. You know what you're doing. But I can know what I've done with the two women. But that's just people. I'm just thinking how people could be thinking about things. I'm not saying that's the right way. I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm just saying in general, society looks at that. You know, so men, the sex, the women we have around us, it makes us look cool. It's all about looking good.
Okay.
I feel that.
I totally feel that. You know what I mean? But how can you guys as a man say that you don't want a woman, or you don't really like a woman, or you say that a woman is more aggressive with the more sexual partners that she has, but all you want to do is fuck women, different women? So
because men are stupid and don't got no sense.
I understand, but the contradiction is.
Oh, it's a big contradiction.
The contradiction is bitches are hoes, but I gotta fuck all these bitches.
No, that's ignorant niggas that think that. Men don't think.
But you just said that.
A real man can respect a woman who had a lot of bodies and is real about her shit. Real man can respect that.
Even still, even about the body count. Let's think about the body count. Even if we want to know a body count, why do you want to know a body count? So you can judge them about how many people they've been with?
No,
let me rephrase that. What if they've been with a bunch of amazing people and they just like to experience sex, and now they're ready to settle down, but every single partner they've been with has been amazing, and you don't know that because you weren't there. So now you've already judged them on the number of people they've had as opposed to the quality of people they've had. And you've already taken into account that because they've had so many that they might not have quality people.
I agree with that, but this is why I'm answering why I said that people want to know about
body count. Doesn't matter. Body count doesn't matter.
This is why people can say body count does matter, because
I don't want to know it either way.
I'll put this: if a woman is like, let's just say a woman's 30 and she's only been with 4 men in her life because 3 of them were long 6-7 year relationships. men will probably look at that like, dang, she hasn't, her body hasn't been like, men like a woman with some mileage, but not a lot of drivers. That's not saying that it's something wrong with having a lot of drivers. It just makes that woman more attractive, especially if she's beautiful and got body, and she hasn't had bodies like that. A man gonna put more of the effort, because we stupid like that, to just try to make that work, because because a woman who hasn't fucked around like that, to men, it looks like she holds more value to herself, and that makes her more attractive as a woman who may have been with this guy, that guy, that guy. A real man gonna be like, I respect that. Because men always respect a woman who's open about her sexualness. It's the ones who front about it. Oh, you doing shit. And then, but she's doing this and that. It's real. Real men gonna respect that. Am I right, Cairo? Like, we all gonna respect.
You're making solid points.
But at the same time, and I think James is absolutely right what he's saying, because men are gonna respect that. Do you know what I mean? As well as, this is probably why a lot of women are single, because women who really value themselves don't respect, if they're not doing that, they actually don't accept that in a partner. So when they're looking for a partner and they're looking for somebody, if they haven't had a lot of sexual partners, trust me, you can see tendencies before you even ask a body count. If somebody has had a lot of sexual partners, or if somebody still wants to enjoy a lot of sexual partners, you see it, you just ignore it, because you might want to be with that person, but you see the tendencies.
Yeah,
and nobody can't say that they can.
I got some freaky ass friends. I got some freaky like homegirls that I'm not sexual with, that I know done a lot of shit, but I don't look at them as hoes, because that's their life. What the fuck? But they ain't faking about it either. They ain't sitting here lying like, oh, I'm being celibate, and then as soon as they get off the phone with that guy, go smashing some dude. To me, that's some whole shit. Because it's like, don't front about it. We in a society, everybody's fucking these days. Don't front.
Girls really learn. Women really like that behavior. You have to understand that behavior it originated from a man. That behavior. Oh, I'm so chill and I love you, and I'm not doing anything, but I have a whole separate life on the fucking side. That originated.
Thank you. And I've made that
a man.
Exactly.
A woman is a woman, like you said, is nurturing. So, like you said, we take it in. So we are nurturers. So if a woman is doing that, you can't fault her, because she has obviously been guided in the wrong direction, and she's taking that direction from a man, and she's using that approach as a man's approach, because women, naturally, they don't do that. They don't want to do that, because women care for their bodies. Do you know what I like? Women naturally just care for our bodies, because we know that we are the ones that are the vessel that carries life. And
I think when a woman, to your point, I do think that when a woman has a certain type of mentality, again, it is because usually there's a something that has happened, or a way, even whether it's through childhood or relationships or some type of experience. To
trauma.
Like, trauma. Exactly. So where she's like, you know what? I'm not even going to give my best. I'm just going to relax or do this or do that. So yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Usually something that happens to where it's like, okay, let me just change my approach to things, since people don't want to take it as seriously as I do. Period.
Yeah, because it hasn't been working. Yes, right. It hasn't been working. I agree with you 100%, Imani.
And like I said, and we were talking about the body count. Like I said, it can be important, because like I said, body count says, it's also the time period of it too. That's important too. Yeah. Body count says though, like where a woman values herself. I'm not saying a woman who fucks a lot don't value herself, because like Christine said, it's the quality of people. It could have been some solid guys or whatever, but it's just how you going about it. She
could have been in a relationship she could have been in a relationship having sex with a dude without protection.
Yeah.
And he was cheating on her. So what's the difference?
I'm gonna figure out.
Well, because when they say body
count, not by the body count, but by talking to her. I can figure all of that out by just
Absolutely.
everything else.
Exactly.
Without even that's what it is. At the end of the day, most people who ask body count, it comes down to insecurity. Not everyone, but most be like, oh wait, who have you messed with? Like, I'm trying to figure. No, I'm gonna talk to you about everything else and that.
And then I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you.
Some people don't mind talking about that in relationships. Some people do. It's all about.
I'd rather not. I'd rather.
We can dive